There are a lot of foldables in the market, and one way or another they feel weird at some point, either it be their form factor, the cover display. There's always something that makes a foldable feel very unnatural when used. But not this foldable. Hey everyone, Aurel here of Tech, and in this video we are checking out Honor's latest entry to the foldable space, the Honor Magic V2. Starting off with the design. When laid flat, you wouldn't really think that this is a foldable smartphone aside from the cover display that looks like any other regular smartphone. I mean that in a good way. It is also crazy thin at 9.9mm for a foldable. By comparison, here's my iPhone 15 Pro Max and look at that. The Honor Magic V2 is just a hair thicker than this iPhone. Now when it comes to the made of this device, the Honor Magic V2 is made out of a premium materials. Corning Gorilla Glass on both front and back panel with magnesium alloy frame. It is also not heavy at 237 grams. The cover display is a 6.43 LTPO OLED panel with has support for 120Hz refresh rate. The external display almost has the traditional smartphone aspect ratio with a slight curve towards the right edge of the screen, making it very ergonomic. There's also a cutout for the selfie camera up top. Placed at the back is the usual Honor branding and the triple rear camera module, which we will be exploring more later. For buttons and ports, when folded, up top we have the speaker and IR blaster and the secondary microphone. On the right side, we have the volume rocker and the sleep wake button that doubles as a fingerprint scanner. Down at the bottom, we have the speaker grill, USB Type-C port, main microphone, and the dual SIM tray. Overall, the design of this device is very premium and is very natural to use even with one hand. When unfolded, we are greeted with a sizable 7.92-inch LTPO OLED screen with a resolution of 2344 by 2156, and just like with the external display, we have support for 120Hz refresh rate. Also here, you'll find a hole punch cutout for the selfie camera. Both the external and internal display are very workable under direct sunlight, as these displays can reach up to 2500 nits peak brightness. The folding mechanism of this device is good, although you will feel a little limited to the angles as it only stays flat, and when I try to put the screen at 90-degree angle, it just snaps into its original position after a while. Now when it comes to the audio quality, the speakers is not so loud, but it is well balanced. Thanks to that stereo speaker setup, watching contents on the Honor Magic V2 is immersive. Now checking out its cameras, we have a 50-megapixel wide camera with an aperture of 1.9, another 50-megapixel ultra-wide camera with an aperture of 2.0, and 20-megapixel telephoto lens with an aperture of 2.4. All these sensors that I mentioned also has OIS built in, and for selfies, we have a 16-megapixel camera on both the inner and outer displays. If you are interested on how these cameras perform, here are some images we took. Overall, images are good enough for social media postings. We got good contrast and good color reproduction, as well as balanced HDR images when taking photos in broad daylight. Now selfies, they are a bit soft to our liking, but still is enough for stories and posts. For videos, the rear cameras can shoot up to 4K at 30 frames per second. Now powering the Honor Magic V2 is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 4nm processor that features an Adreno 740 GPU. The unit we have has the 512 gigs of onboard storage with 16 gigs of RAM, but there's also a 256 gigs and 1 terabyte storage option. Performance-wise, it is what you would expect on a smartphone that has a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor. Everything is snappy, from multitasking like jumping from one app to another, or even with two windows open with one app in full screen. Playing games, on the other hand, is smooth with a little to no hiccups and much more immersive, I might add, thanks to that folding display. One of the things we noticed during our time with this device is that it heats up easily, not to the alarming point though, but it's worth mentioning. Now when it comes to the battery, here we have a 5000 mAh capacity with support for 66W supercharge, as well as 5W reverse wired charging. In our case, with browsing the web under Wi-Fi, playing games from time to time, as well as taking a few photos and videos, we run at 11% at the end of the day, which is good. Now when it comes to its UI, the Honor Magic V2 runs on Android 13 skinned with Magic OS 7.1. The UI is pretty clean. There's little to no bloatwares aside from the Google Suite apps that comes pre-installed on this device. There's also a slew of customization options in the mix, so you can tailor fit this device to your personality, which is always a plus. Overall, the Honor Magic V2 is a good device. It is good productivity tool as you have plenty of screen real estate at your fingertips, and I admit that there's no special about this phone when it comes to features and performance, because it is all expected from a device at this tier. But the fact that it doesn't feel like it is a foldable when using it, I mean, the inner display is just hiding on this very thin chassis, giving you that feeling as if you are using a regular smartphone, but when you need a bigger display, you can just flip it all out. That's amazing. But unfortunately, this device won't be available in our shores anytime soon, as this might be a China exclusive device. But just to give you a perspective on the pricing, the Honor Magic V2 512 gigs of variant is priced at 9,999 CNY, or roughly 76,700 pesos. It is expensive though, but not as expensive as compared to other foldables there. And there you have it. This is our quick hands-on of the Honor Magic V2. Let me know what you guys think about this device in the comment section below. And if you find this video helpful, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, hit that bell icon so you won't miss any future uploads, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, and do visit ubitech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this has been Arel and the Honor Magic V2. I'll see you guys in the next video.